Alright guys, have you ever had an orbital sander that when you grab the paper to go pull it off, the Velcro comes off the bottom of it like that? Well, I'm going to show you how we're going to fix that today. And the first step is we're going to clean all this mess off of here the best we can. We get a brush and scrub this off, and then a lot of that's not going to come off because it's glued. Then we're going to apply some adhesive and glue it down. So we'll be right back. I wiped it with a brush. It's old adhesive. So what we're going to do is we're going to use some contact cement. This stuff here. This is Weldwood brand from the hardware store. You can also buy it in little bottles at Walmart. And I'm going to use a popsicle stick. You can use a little brush or the applicator that comes in the bottle or whatever. What you want to do is apply it to both surfaces. And the reason I'm using popsicle sticks is because I got a whole box of them, and I do this a lot. Also make a few other things with the adhesive, and I do have brushes for that, but they're put up because we had some stuff going on and couldn't leave my crafting supplies laying around. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway, just want to apply that adhesive on that kind of liberally. You don't want it too thin, but you don't want it too thick because it'll take forever to dry. And what we're going to do is apply this glue on both sides like this. And you have to let it cure until it's just about completely dry. And that's why it's called contact cement, because when it gets to that state, when it makes contact with the other side, it sticks. It's done. And it'll be hard to get it off. You can buy kits that have new Velcro pads and stuff like that if you need it. If you don't need it, try this. This will help you make that pad last a bit longer. You have to be careful when your pad starts coming loose, because two things will happen. I'm going to wipe some of it at the edge. You will eat up your rubber right here. Once you eat that rubber up, you have to buy a whole new thing. And that's a lot more expensive. So when this starts coming loose, when you pull the paper off, be sure to go ahead and glue it back down with, like this, with some contact adhesive. And forgive my nasty sander. It's a Harbor Freight sander, so. But it works good for a Harbor Freight sander. Yeah, but two things, like I said, two things will happen. You'll eat this rubber up, and not only that, that rubber will leave marks on your finished project. So we're going to let this dry. You can already see it's starting to dry. We're going to let it dry for 3 or 4 minutes, and then we'll come back and take a look at it. Okay, it's been about a minute or two, and it's already dry to the touch, and we don't want it to get too dry because then it won't stick. Some of the thicker areas are still kind of wet. That's okay, they will dry over time. So what you want to do is make sure you lay it down slowly from the back out to the edge like that, and press it down really good. See? It's stuck. Now I'm not planning on using this again today, so I'm going to give it 24 hours to set up completely, but I could probably use this in an hour or two if I wanted to. You know, just be careful when you pull the paper off, because you might accidentally pull your Velcro off. As you can see, all the edges have glued down, so we're going to let this set and cure up for a while. But that's how you fix those Velcro pads on your sanders. The ones that have the sticky back paper that you stick on there, they're like smooth surface. Generally, you have to replace the whole pad. And on this one here, you see it's got 4 screws. You have to take those 4 screws out, take it off, and put a new pad on, and put the screws back in. As you can see, this one also has holes in it for to suck the dust into a little baggie, which I don't have anymore. And you can buy the however many holes. I think there's an 8 on this one. Paper to go on there. Sanding paper has 8 holes in it, and it'll suck the dust in. It never catches at all, but it's supposed to cut back on the dust. I don't I don't believe that. That's why I don't use it. But that's how you fix that. Don't let it get too far along, because once this rubber goes, you got to buy a new pad. And to buy a new pad for this, I might as well go back to Harbor Freight and buy a new one, because these was only like 10 bucks. But yeah, that's how you fix it. So the next time I go to pull paper off, that should not come up. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Like, subscribe, tell your friends about me. I do videos, try to do them once a week if possible, sometimes more, sometimes less. Just depends on what I got going on at home. Y'all have a great day.